This is the top 10 guns for the first season of 2024. And of course, since Champs just ended a few weeks back, some things might have changed. Like the fact that XPR is now number 10. Going further and further down our top 10 list, it's almost out of it completely. Not to say it's a bad weapon, but there's just so many things getting buffed recently that it's tailored off and isn't in its prime anymore. However, a weapon that is reaching to new heights is the AS Val. It was recently buffed the season before this one, and with its improved range, movement speed, sprint, and ADS movement speed, it is a force to be reckoned with. In fact, the only reason you didn't see it in the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship for the 2023 season is because it got that buff after the esports build had been given out. Can I just say, between me and you guys, that event was amazing. Shout out to Godlike for placing second, Wolves winning the entire thing, and for Call of Duty Mobile for sponsoring today's video, which you can download and link at the top of the description. We've got many honorable mentions coming in here. The AK-47 for one, as it was recently buffed. The Holger, listen, I can't. It's just amazing. It'll always be my camper weapon of choice, my slow nuke weapon of choice, my can't be bothered to move around the map weapon of choice, and the recently buffed Maddox, which received an incredible base damage increase, along with the Echo Fire mod got an ADS buff, which is making this a spicy choice. Not as spicy as the Krieg, however. Been around for quite a while now, and we both know exactly what it's good at and what it's not. Saying that, the F13 just cuts it off. As similarly to the AS Val, it got buffed super recently. If you didn't see in the last top 10, here's what it had done to it. Stick that double stack mag on and it will work like a charm. Also, don't forget the DLQ, SVD, ZRG, and Koshka. I don't include snipers in the top 10 list, but rather just keep them in the honorable mentions because they're so overpowered that they would just clear the top 5 out, and it wouldn't be very interesting. However, the Kilo is, as it narrowly gets ahead of the M13. This weapon was used not extremely often in Champs, but fairly. I've seen it a few times, and it's been around for a very long time. Similarly to the Cordite, the PDW, but not similarly to the PPS Edge, which are in our honorable mention category for the SMGs this season. As the PPS Edge just received a slight buff, which should make it more effective overall. Coming in at number 5, however, they've went down the list slightly, and that's the CBR and PP19. We didn't see any of these at Champs. That's right, I didn't see a single usage of these guns, which is mind-blowing. But it makes sense because they're not as effective at killing the best players in the world as other guns on this list, which are in the top 4, but they are extremely good at ranked because you have a massive magazine capacity and have the ability to take out a whole team with one mag. I wanted to put the UL in here as an honorable mention for the LMGs, as although it's not technically up there with the top AR and it performs kind of like one, it's still incredibly fun to use. However, number 4 is actually going to go to the R9. Just watch this play of Godlike learn against BAM.
After every single map being so close, LG is about to get swept in Search and Destroy. 6-0. Oh my God. Get back to the lobby.
Yep, that was a shotgun. This one. And I'm telling you to use, so you better try it out. Our last assault rifle honorable mention goes to the DRH, which recently got a buff and was played with a couple of times in Champs. However, number 3 is the best AR in the game, being the Grau. We've seen it all over the Champs main stage. Everyone was rocking it as their main assault rifle of choice. With its superb versatility and great effectiveness among all ranges except super long, this thing is amazing. I cannot stress enough how you need to use it. But I unfortunately have to die on a hill today, ladies and gentlemen. As number 2 is the Switchblade, but we are joining 2 SMGs together with it and the Finnick. Both of these are superb. The Switchblade, it's those of you who are more on the casual side of things, and the Finnick, it's those of you who are pro, who can control recoil. The best of the best, the tippity top of the mountain, as it was the most used SMG inside of the Champs season for Stage 5's 2023. Wait, hold on. A brand new sniper was released this season called the Tundra, and it's the best in the entire game. You need to check it out. And if you want to see my full review, you can watch that CODM partner video below the link to download the game. The last 2 guns, first of which being an honorable mention, was actually banned in competitive entirely, being the SKS. I don't need to talk about this anymore, but you do need to subscribe because we're in that number 1 spot, so hit that button and bell right now. Lastly, the number 1 gun for Call of Duty Mobile Season 1 of 2024 is the HVK with large cal, as it was also banned in Champs. Subscribe.